So welcome one and all. Today is Thursday, August 7th. I had to just do a reality check. That's what happens when you're on computer all day. And this is the first of our weekly open Zoom rooms as part of building coherence and building bridges and community as we move towards the Earthstock Summit and Festival, which is August 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So it's a great honor to be here. And I'm just going to give a couple of quick details, and then I'm going to pass it over to grandmother Gail Thomas from Salagi Nation, our indigenous grandmother. And also I want to welcome Lenny so that we can kind of start with a kind of opening, keeping the spiritual focus of what Earthstock is about. And then we'll kind of go through and give everybody a moment to share a little bit about yourself. So Earthstock Festival and Summit will be taking place August 2nd, or October 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th in Santa Monica and Venice, California. This is a call to action event based on many things, basically the time that we're in on the planet, the time that we're in as the incredible transformational moment of human beings and history and all the changes that come with it, but also as a response to the horrific devastation by the Pacific Palisade fires that happened several months ago. And we want to acknowledge, I know that fires affected other areas too, but really specifically, we are working with people in the Palisades. So again, the event is October 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. The 2nd and 3rd is the summit, which will be panels, roundtables, workshop sessions, hands-on, building bridges with luminaries and solutionaries about what you're doing in the regenerative sphere. And then Friday night, we're having our kind of our green investor social event at the Mystic Manor Mansion. And that's an opportunity for people to do very short pitches about your work to a room that will definitely have some investors that are looking for the possibility of investing in various impact / sustainable health and environmental related projects. So we're getting really focused in this mission. And we have some great people like AJ Dugar, who's on the call, and others who are very immersed in the ecosystem and also there in Los Angeles. Saturday and Sunday, October 4th and 5th, will be the public-facing festival at the Santa Monica Women's Club and on the Santa Monica Promenade. So the main event of the Saturday, Sunday, the music, speakers, workshops will be in the Santa Monica Bay Women's Club. We've just been given access to the Santa Monica Community Gardens. We are now working with departments from the city of Santa Monica, and we're also working with Santa Monica College Sustainability Department, who are the founders of the Green Business Network. They actually founded that along with another person I met recently, Greg Wendt, who I know is in Bali right now. And so we're getting a lot of connectivity. I will say, you know, this event, with all of our different intentions and what we're bringing to it, is very multifaceted, multidimensional, but it's a definite call to action for support for the human trauma that happened from the fires. It's a response to helping to connect and help heal the land, specifically in the Pacific Palisades area. And that's where the Build Back Green initiative comes in, which is a kind of the nonprofit arm of the festival. So it is a charity event. And with that, any questions should be very clear and answerable on the website. If you haven't applied to register as a presenter or a vendor, we have a 7-day window. If you know people who would be interested, I supply you with all the materials as far as what you can send out for messaging, links, also opportunities for advertisers and sponsors. So that's about all I wanted to say, just to kind of preface this meeting the next 7 days, tomorrow is the Lionsgate 8/8. It's the most fire Leo creative energy. So I'm definitely seeing a surge in the website. We've already had over 5,000 people this month go to the website. So there's definitely a groundswell. But I want to just encourage the next 7 days in our coherence building of this group is the time to invite in presenters, vendors, but also making sure that you're in the door and that you're registered in the database and in the ecosystem of Earthstock Summit and Festival, again, October 2nd through 5th. So with that, I'm just going to ask everyone just to take a moment and just be present, be coherent. And I'm going to pass the torch over now to Grandmother Gail Thomas to help welcome us and to put us in the right spiritual space to do this endeavor and the sacred work that comes along with the event and rolling up our sleeves to be solutions and to make change in the world. So welcome all the way from Asheville, North Carolina, who again, Grandmother Gail just went through the horrific hurricane that was there. And we're glad to have her here and part of our weekly Grandmother Council. So welcome, Grandmother Gail Thomas.
Thank you, Michael. I'm happy to be here. Happy to see all of you. So glad that you're gathering in this way. I want to sing an ancient song that will speak for itself.
If you could be a hair louder, Gail, it's a little bit soft, please.
Okay. I don't think I have the original sound option.
That's better. Even you being a little closer helps. Thank you.
Okay.
Great. Thank you so much, Grandmother Gail. And we will circle back around for more open council and talk. And again, just accentuating the importance of traditional wisdom, of the voice of the grandmothers, of the feminine, and as an important part of the creation and the spiritual guidance of Earthstock Summit and Festival. So with that, I want to just look down the list. I want to go over to Levin. Levin's an amazing brother I've been in connection with ever since right before the Lahaina fire and he was very instrumental in a lot of amazing things that happened there in response to the fire. And it's something that's continuing on with Professor Trotner, with Build Back Green. But I'd like to just welcome him and share a little bit about himself. So I believe you're in Taiwan, so welcome.
Yes, Michael, thank you so much for that warm and kind welcome and introduction. Yes, I'm in Taiwan right now. Very excited about what's coming together. And thank you, Michael, for really spearheading so much that feels so impactful to me. And thank you, everyone, for being here together today. Um, my mission is to create spaces and impact lives to transform and heal people and planet. And what that means in terms of how I engage with the world. Creating spaces involves both architectural and interior design, as well as site and master planning for larger projects. And it also involves spaces of community. I'm a director in Hawaii for a nonprofit called Indigenous Bridges. We also are very active in Taiwan, across Australasia, as well as in the Pacific Northwest. And what we really focus on is supporting the active collaborations between Indigenous communities from around the planet. And communities also refers to online communities that I help facilitate and bring people together in conversation. And as a sort of expansion of that offering, I also offer guidance and retreats and workshops for personal growth, whether that's one on one, whether that's for corporations and organizations, or whether that's for any group of people that want to gather to really get more clarity about what's happening internally, how to integrate challenges that might be there, and to express and manifest them outwards into the world. And I feel complete with that. And thank you all very much for allowing me to introduce myself and to receiving me.
Great. Thank you so much. Great to see you. And also, I'm going to encourage not to take away from our coherence and time together, but I just want to make sure if anybody wants to put their email into the chat, and we're going to have time, unless you have to run in 5 minutes. I want to just kind of focus with the group so we really get to know each other. Feel free to put your email in the group, because again, we're building bridges of connectivity. This is so much bigger than any one of us and even the event in October. So with that, I'm going to go over to from Taiwan to Brazil. And this was someone who got to actually be with us last August in Crestone when we did our 7-day deep transformational dive and regenerative event in Crestone. I'd like to welcome Patricia and to share a little bit about her work in Brazil. And I know she does some stewardship of sacred sites, but I want to welcome Pachimama.
Pachimama. Hi. Thank you, Michael. I live in Brazil, but I am from Bolivia. I was born in Bolivia, and yesterday was Bolivia's day. So, Martin, hey, viva Bolivia! Quechua! I was born there, but I've lived all my life here in Brazil. And currently, for the past, I have been living in nature for quite a while. I have an NGO here in the northern part of Brazil, Bahia, Chapada Diamantina, which is a nature place. And basically, I work with women community here and trying to be, you know, this is a touristy place, so we are being threatened to lose the beauty and everything that is here because of the, you know, its invasion. It's really very bad. And today I was in a community meeting that was really wow. And on the one side, I also am a Toltec. The lineage I follow is Toltec with the Taoist tradition, as well as Qigong and inner alchemy. So I bring all that body work within, because I really feel that if we don't engage our bodies within, with ourselves and go deep inside, we can't do anything outside. It's like, so even with the age I have, I feel like a little girl, you know. And so I work with the community, with the NGO to create agroforestry, permaculture, and work with the woman, the local woman. That's basically what I do, and give teachings with inner healing and all that. So that's a resume of what I'm doing. And Viva Bolivia!
Great. Thank you. Obrigado. Thank you so much. And again, these calls are optional. It helps build community. I think you'll see as the next few weeks roll out, more and more people from around the world will be chiming in as part of this global regenaissance, this regenerative renaissance that's happening as the old paradigm falls away. So with that, I'd like to invite another person I've known for years who, again, we're circling back around, and she actually works a lot with the idea of coherence, because if just chaos, people can't even communicate or understand each other. So I'd like to welcome Kathleen Riley, who's, I believe, here in California.
Yes, I am. I'm originally from the East Coast of our country here, and I'm living here now for 8 years in Northern California. I'm an hour south of Mount Shasta. So I just really love deeply connecting to the nature up here and the beautiful energy of Mount Shasta. So just briefly, I'll share a couple of things with you all. I am a musician. I am also a heart math certified trainer. I've been doing heart math work for many years. I'm a researcher, and I work with bioenergetic medicine as well. And my mission is to really help people understand that how deeply we are connected, the interconnectivity, and that coherence is the key. We have to be grounded in our central core and connected in this way. And in order for all of the initiatives that we are embarking upon as a group here, as a collective, and we are aware of this, but with the people that we are reaching out to, it's the invitation through some of the work I do with workshops and teachings for them to learn the tools with which they can be coherent. And so to that end, and this will be brief and then I'll be finished, I am starting a nonprofit organization that is called the Instrument of Self Center for Sound, Music, Movement, Art, and Consciousness. Short vision statement is: we envision a world where every human being recognizes themselves as a living instrument, naturally attuned, emotionally coherent, and vibrationally connected to the greater harmony of life. Through the integration of sound, movement, art, and intention, we foster a global culture of resonance, where creativity is not just expression, but transmission of consciousness, healing, and coherence. Thank you.
And I will say it's amazing already, the threads of connectivity just with a few of us kind of initiating tonight. And again, please share your email, because we want to help support each other in this coherence and in this great collaboration and global change of resonance right now. So a couple more introductions, and then we're going to kind of open it up. People might continue to drop in. And if you have to drop off, I just want to make sure if you have to leave, let me know. But recently I attended the big super crowd, super funding event in Los Angeles at the Pro Dojo with some of the top global crowdfunding platforms in the world that are helping people put their projects and their organizations online and get the funding they need to become more potent, more relevant, and effective in their mission. So at that event, I had the honor to meet our next attendee, and he's really stepped up. He's actually on his way to DC to the big Regenerative Agricultural Conference. I'd like to welcome, I believe he's in Southern California right now, but he's on the move a lot. I'd like to welcome AJ Dugar.
Thank you, Michael. Great to meet everyone. As Michael said, I'm based here in the Los Angeles area. I'm a consultant. From my professional perspective, I work with startups and companies in the climate technology and renewable energy and sustainability space. And regenerative agriculture is an area that I'm just recently getting introduced to. And I was invited to attend this event happening next week in Washington, DC. That the purpose of that event and the overall initiative is to help American farmers more educated and get interested in wanting to save our soil and work towards agriculture that is sustainable for our world and for our country. And in an effort to do that, work with the lawmakers in Washington, D.C. As crazy as that might sound, but literally working with the lawmakers and making them understand the absolute need to bring regenerative agriculture into the mainstream, with the overall goal of helping America's health. I am looking forward to working with Michael towards the Earthstock event. I will be helping curate a panel or two around the green economy topic. And I'm also helping get some speakers and presenters, as well as potentially a sponsor or two. Thank you, Michael.
Great, thank you, AJ. So as you can start to sense, we have a wide, what I call full spectrum solution areas, whether it's people working with traditional wisdom and within indigenous cultures, people working with soil, with water, permaculture, regenerative ag, people working with green technology, people who work with the arts. We also have people that are working with health. So, and we have production people, event people, and performers and artists that will be joining us. So it's really what we call full spectrum event. So with that, I'm going to go and I'd like to welcome just a couple people left, and then we can kind of open up the conversation if that's where it wants to go. In 1999, I had the amazing honor to perform at the Great Pyramids of Egypt at the end of the millennium. And one of the musicians who joined me there, we had a group called Transglobal, was my brother, John Byron Manides. And John, JB, as we call him, the Sarge, contacted me a few months back and heard about the event and connected me with his sister who's on the call, Georgia, who is in the LA area and has a background in production. And I have to thank her because she's really stepped up to help kind of work on the nuts and bolts of the event about potential sponsors and presenters and advertisers, which give us the resources to continue to build out and germinate the potential of the event. So I'd like to welcome Georgia Manides.
Hello. So yeah, I'm Georgia. I remember Michael from when I was 23, and he brought my brother to Egypt for this festival. So I know he can do big things. So I'm mainly like a screenwriter, and I'm in the entertainment industry. But I'm interested in this because I've had 3 films come out, but like the 3 that I have next are all about the same thing, basically, which is this. I'm a huge component of genetic engineering, but I think it really has to be with the structure of everything. Tribes, you got to protect the environment, you got to do the Western, there has to be cohesion. And so because those are the projects that I'm interested in into this a little bit and kind of see what was going on, what solutions are out there.
I will say, Georgia, I think your signal's cutting in and out a little bit. So if we could just circle back around in a minute, maybe sometimes if you turn your camera off too, that helps. So again, this is our first meeting today, and as our community grows, we're going to see an incredible gathering of luminaries and solutionaries. So I want to go over I think there's two more people I haven't introduced. I see that Mark Lejeune is here, and I've spoken with Mark in the past. I actually first connected with him through Alan Tratner and Green to Gold, who is our kind of a startup incubation guru who's incubated over 400 green and sustainability nonprofit organizations. He helps with patents and IP. And together, him and I have kind of been bringing forth more events, me as a producer and him through his incredible network, but also just in the last year, bringing forth Regen Media, TV, the virtual world, and also a quarterly magazine, Regen World. So again, media and outreach, I mean, there's so many components to this, but I want to just acknowledge him. I know he's doing a lot of great things. I had an opportunity to speak with other people I know he's connected to, but I want to offer opportunity for Mark Lejeune to introduce himself.
Thanks so much, Michael, and greetings, everyone. It's an honor to be here. I'm excited to support. There's a number of things that I am working on that are already tangentially involved or associated with Earthstock. And as he mentioned, there's a number of kind of facets to what's been happening with Alan Tratner for actually a number of years that are aligning now. But I'm also working with a number of potential presenters and influencers. I have a radio show called Life Changes, which is in its 16th year. We've been live weekly, and we stream to iHeartRadio, and then we go out to Podcast Archive, and it's a transformational podcast that is also an event, live event series, and we had piloted it in the Vortex Dome for a year. And then this little pandemic thing happened, and it rearranged all the chess pieces. So we we paused on that version of the show, but we were the first talk show to broadcast out of 360. But what I've been working on in the background is ultimately to realize 360 dome format community center theaters for many cities or around the world, and then ultimately being able to bring our kind of content, medicine, consciousness into these immersive spaces to gamify the reprogramming and the learning, and kind of new tech blending with ancient wisdom and coming helping us return to ourselves and kind of reinstalling community. So there's some things that are directly relevant to this year, but I think there's a number of things coming together that are going to really help to expand our voice in the coming years.
Great to see you again, Mark. And I will say I had a great talk with Ed Lance from Vortex Domes yesterday.
Good.
Things are, the dots are connecting very quickly, so it's good to see you. I will say, and I'm kind of person, I like to under promise and over deliver, but already working with the city of Santa Monica, with Santa Monica College, the sustainability department, getting the bandwidth to do something on the promenade, meeting with the city council. There's already a huge snowball of interest around doing kind of a regenerative type of kiosk or installation as part of the Olympics in 2028. So
that was a great surprise. I'll just mention that Ed mentioned that because I wasn't familiar with you being engaged in Santa Monica, and I've been working in that space and have a long-term relationship with Jeremy, and we're hoping to realize some bigger dreams there as well. So it was really kismet that you're there, and that we'll be able to connect the dots together, or connect the domes maybe.
Absolutely. And I will say, even beyond the brand of the event Earthstock, this is a we thing. This isn't a me thing or any one thing. So part of the opportunity of October, we are working with 3 of the big co-working communities, including the Kin, the Beach House, and others, along with city government, the university, and of course, we, through grandmother Gail Thomas, who's on the call, who's Salagi, we know them as Cherokee, as forest people from the Carolinas. She is actually working with us to help build bridges to the local indigenous community, Chumash and others, to make sure they know they have a seat at the table for this regenerative event. So again, there's a lot moving. I will open up the lens so we can kind of talk freely in a minute. I know AJ had to drop off, but I want to welcome, again, this is our first meeting. I want to welcome Martin Castillo. I believe he's calling in from Bolivia. We do have other presenters that are coming from Mexico, and also we've been in touch with other indigenous wisdom keepers who are all interested in the event. So I want to welcome to our Zoom call today, our open Zoom time, Martin.
Hello, everyone. It's such a pleasure to hear you, to know a little bit of you. Thank you, Gail, for the drums and the song. My son came running to hear you, and so we both appreciate your nice and beautiful knowledge through sounds and vibes. And all of you, I think somehow I know you from somewhere or sometime. And Patricia, nice to meet you too. Well, I am Martin. I am here in Bolivia, although for me it's only the earth. I go by the name Earthman. So I am just an earthman as you and all of us. And I come here with a project. I usually work with indigenous people. I am a creative and an artist. I draw, I paint, I sculpt. But I am also earth. I am a kind of like the voice of earth. So in my life, I have experienced something amazing, and I am looking for delivering this message to all mankind. It's not my message, as I say. I am just part of Earth, and I discovered a symbol. I don't know if I'll be able to to show you this symbol of Earth. Well, a few years ago in 2012, I discovered that there is a language of Earth, and Earth is communicating to mankind for the first time through symbols. And so I discovered this codex of the Earth that is like millions of years old, and it's hidden under the Atlantic Ocean. So I painted this amazing symbol of the Earth, and then I wrote a project. The project name is WowWe. It stands for We Are One with the Earth. And also it's a message of hope and belonging to Earth. So it says, wow, we are one with the Earth. So I got to find I don't know how, the page of the Earthstock event. And today, Michael responded to me, so I decided to enter this conversation and to see what is going on here. And I will be so glad to participate and to show you this amazing message from Earth to you all and to all mankind. That is my mission. I have a mission for the first time in my life, and it's my life mission to deliver the Earth's message to all mankind, the WowWe.
Thank you so much, brother. And as we found out, and Patricia and others were there last August, we end up having people from all over the world. I will say one of our wisdom keepers we're in touch with in Bolivia is Marcello Zaiduni, who was part of the original Eagle and Condor Quetzal, who I met in Palenque. So again, as we go forward, we're going to continue to weave and build bridges. I do want to mention that at this point, she put her contact into the chat. Grandmother Gail Thomas has been helping to facilitate with others who will be joining us from the Wisdom Council, the Grandmother Council, along with Patricia, have been facilitating a monthly Mending the Sacred Hoop council and podcast. So again, there's a lot happening in the ecosystem, more than we can talk about in the time we have. But please reach out and connect. I will say, to be efficient, we have a Facebook page, a Facebook Messenger group, we have a Signal group, Telegram, and also on WhatsApp, so we can all continue to communicate. I will put those links in a minute, but even more importantly, we have two people who have just joined us. I want to welcome Scott Forrest. I've heard the name, but I'm talking with lots of people. So this is an opportunity for us all to get to meet each other and what our superpowers are and what we're doing as we work towards the event in October. So welcome, Scott. Are you there, Scott? Maybe we'll go back to Scott then. Maybe he walked away. So I want to, okay, all right. I see he texted. Maybe he doesn't have audio. I'm going to look at the chat. All right, he has no mic. So I'm going to go back to him to share in the chat a little bit about him and what he does in the ecological, regenerative, sustainability, health, and spiritual world. But I want to welcome, we have another person here. I want to welcome David. It's mysterious. There's no last name, but we want to welcome David. We're going to only be a few more minutes. But again, we want to just make sure that we have time to connect and also to have any questions and things answered. So welcome, David.
Hey, Michael, David Nace here from EV World. Just thought I'd pop in.
Great, thank you. Yeah, this is our first of our weekly Thursday meeting. I actually called you today if we want to chat afterwards. A lot of exciting things breaking, but I'm going to be quiet because we have the benefit of one of the most, if not most knowledgeable people with his brand of EV World, of everything electric vehicles, from cars and boats to planes, etc. And I know David has a very successful show. So welcome if you'd like to share a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, sure. I've been friends with Professor Tratner for a few years. Well, I don't know, 2 years, 3 years, something like that. And I first got to meet Michael in Newport Beach a month or so ago, and I was really happy about that. I've tried, but I do some things related to electric vehicles, clean energy. And when I say electric vehicles, it could be planes, trains, boats, cars, motorcycles, bicycles, all kinds of things electric. Spend a lot of time discussing what's going on in battery technology, solar, wind, and I also work in the nuclear space as well. So a lot of different things that I do in that in the energy space. So anyways, and I'm planning on coming to the Santa Monica event. That's about it. That's
Great.
about all I want to say
Great.
for now.
Great. Thank you so much, David. So I will say again, on Thursday and Friday, we have 2 days of panels, of workshops, of keynote speakers. If you look at the website for Earthstock Summit and Festival, I'll put the link down below. Click on Summit. You can see all of the professionals that we are bringing in, along with the Friday night Green Investor Social. I know AJ had to leave, but we do have a commitment from several investors that are looking for sustainability and health related projects that they might be able to support. And again, Saturday and Sunday is the public facing event. I will say right now, we just checked, and already in August, the website's had over 5,000 hits. So we're getting traction. Our Facebook and Google ads are going out, and I'm about to go back to LA for 4 events in 3 days. I'm going to put in the chat the link right now, because the idea is, as things start to pick up velocity, is all of us being able to communicate with each other, but also what projects can help support, what connection is there. Again, just tonight, people from Bolivia, from Brazil, Colombia, leaving in Taiwan, grandmother Gail Thomas in Asheville, where again, we've been working with her, and she's still having impact from the hurricane that happened there. And as this circle and this weekly open Zoom room continues to grow, people are going to start to get a sense of really the depth and the dimension of the event, but also the luminaries and solutionaries that are coming forward with real world knowledge, wisdom, and technologies and understanding, and what we say solutions. So I did put the link in the chat. we'll just take a couple more minutes here. With that, I'm going to put in, let me see, I just put in WhatsApp. I will put in your preferred platform. It could be Facebook Messenger or Telegram. Please join just to stay informed. And I'll put in also the information about on August 13th, 14th, and 15th. I'm doing 4 events in Los Angeles. One is a founders dinner at an estate in Northridge. I'm also doing an event with the Giraffes, which is a big networked group and community in Southern California and the Bay Area. And I'm also doing something at the Kin, which is one of the most cutting edge co-working spaces in Venice with over 200, I think about 250 members of startups, and a lot of them who work with sustainability, green technology, et cetera. So not to overemphasize, but I don't want to under accentuate the big kind of the groundbreaking of this event and the potential with all the different communities that are converging, again, including the city of Santa Monica, and along with Santa Monica College, the Green Business Network, and again, many other organizations. This is a we thing. This is not a Earthstock or just a me thing. So with that, I'm going to circle back around. And if anyone had any questions or thoughts they would like to share before we kind of wrap for today. But before we do that, I wanted to go back to grandmother Gail Thomas for a minute, if she would like to just add something as we continue our meeting for today.
Thank you, Michael. I'm happy to share a little bit about myself. I live, well, my Salagi name is Gligia Koskoi, dancing hair and dances with death, but call me Gail. I live on our sacred mountain Adagul in my ancestral homeland, and this is the oldest mountain on the continent, on Turtle Island. And I live with the forest every day, with the plants, with the wild animals. We are the people who resisted both removal on the Trail of Tears and the reservation the federal government calls Cherokee. We resisted by hiding in these mountains. And many of us continue to hide, and these mountains continue to support appropriate resistance. And I want to encourage all of you to work on your relationship with fire after the trauma that you've been through. I've done a series of fire gatherings for that purpose, fire teachings, on my YouTube channel, Ritual Transformation, and also I'm putting together a brief version of that, so you can just quickly think about your relationship with the element of fire. And I want to encourage you to work with the element of fire and the other elements, earth, air, and water, as you restore your relationship after trauma. So I'm grateful to be here. I see far more wild animals face to face than humans, so I'm always happy to join in community. Grateful to all of you for being part of this. Thank you.
Great. And we just want to acknowledge you, Gail, about, again, the hurricane that came through Asheville area, the months of devastation that you've endured, the inability for leadership to show up and really help people there. And of course, Professor Alan Tratner, the same thing, moving to Lahaina, Maui, the fire happening, the recent tsunami warning, another fire that just happened, and really all these things that are happening to our community. So part of Earthstock is about us all kind of joining together to bring solutions forward and help to support each other. So with that, I want to open it up. If anyone has any burning questions or last minute thoughts, that'll bring us pretty much to the end of our meeting today. I really want to be respectful and concise of everybody's time and bandwidth. And again, deep appreciation for anyone who budgeted the time to be here tonight so we can start to get to know each other before October. So if anyone would like to speak, feel free to step forward, and we just ask be short and concise, and thank you.
Michael, I'd just like to, well, first of all, I'm just so overjoyed to meet all of you and to listen to where you're bringing yourselves from and what you're here to offer. It's just so beautiful. Michael, I noticed I went to save the chat and there are no ways in my Zoom, at least, to save it. And I tried copying it and pasting it and it didn't do that.
I will put the link up to the Zoom chat. When we started the meeting, we said this isn't for general public
Okay, oh,
consumption.
good. Got it.
So I will share the link, and how I can share the link, because my phone has already rang like 20 times during this 1 hour meeting. Make sure you go into the chat and join either the Facebook Messenger Earthstock Festival group, the Telegram, or the WhatsApp group. Typically, people like to use WhatsApp internationally. So just join those groups and you'll be getting maybe once a week or so, you'll be getting updates just to know what's happening. And again, we really want to be efficient and respectful of people's time and energy and bandwidth with all the other work you're doing. But I will share that link to people on those communities in the next few days. And then the last piece of business was, please make sure, if you're on the call, that you've registered, you've applied to either present or vend. We are keeping it open for about another 8 days, and then till the end of the month specifically for vendors. So I will share that, and thank you for that great question, Kathleen. So we're almost wrapped up. I do see a couple more people have dropped in. I'm going to let them share very briefly about the work they do. This is very much a casual space, but I do always appreciate people showing up at the top, because there's so much that's shared in such a short time. So with that, I'm going to pivot over to someone who's just joining us. I met her at the board of directors event in Huntington Beach, which was a big opportunity and a summit for investors looking for worthy projects to invest in. She wears a lot of hats. And if you could just take maybe 1 minute to introduce yourself. I know she's in Los Angeles area. I'd like to introduce someone who's really showed up trying to help the effort, Rory Montali.
Oh, hi, nice to meet you all. Sorry, I was going in and out with, I'm a medical student. So I'm a practitioner of cranial sacral therapy. I am a global brand ambassador, and I pretty much use my skills to help people feel connected. Yeah, I'm a multifaceted, never in one lane. I feel I learned it from my dad. When I was 6 years old, he was a salesman, and I traveled with him. I felt like death of a salesman. He would be in fashion, and I would love the way he moved. And I'm Jewish Italian from New York, so we're just movers and shakers, and we have energy. I don't know where we get it from, but we have it. And who I am in the world is a doctor of humanitarian. And who I am in the world wants to see global change in healing and people taking ownership for their well-being. So that's who I am. I am here to hopefully, see who's interested in sponsorships and have been in that role right now. I hope I can continue to be fully available. I am looking to be a mom in September, so I hope that I have the energy, if there's, to still continue with all of you. And who else? So I'm here for someone who wants to be a friend, someone who needs help with some of their leads, help with anything in the longevity business, on top of the Women's Center, on top to coordinate that. If you need anything like gift bags, if you know companies that are willing to have their brand come through, they might consider Michael for a Friday night for the networking global experience, to maybe have gift bags. We haven't discussed that yet. So all I'm doing at the moment is just sending out love to people with a really very detailed ChatGPT email, with the pitch deck and the flyers. And I'm asking people if there any interest in sponsorship or anything. I'm not going to be so much about ticket sales. I'm more of like bringing the sponsors or the possibly the speakers, things like that. But I just want to be part of the community and hopefully we all become friends, some of us, and we see change in the world. So I hope that I'll leave you my number. Feel free to reach out, say hello anytime. I'm always welcome. Texting is better for me. And if I can pick up, I will. And I'm here to just build community and to be part of something to feel connected. That's why I hope that we all are here to feel connected. It's kind of a world that felt a little disconnected since COVID still. We're still kind of needing that hug and kiss and community. So is that okay,
Great.
Michael? Leave my phone number. People feel
Yeah,
free to reach out.
absolutely. Put it in the chat.
Okay.
Again, I do want to say, this is very much a human moment. And, we have Kathleen from Heart Math Institute, coherent.
Ah,
We have,
fantastic. I'd love to hear her.
yeah, well, she already spoke. You're going to have to
Oh,
take her email. Again,
you're not recording these?
yeah, we're recording that.
Oh,
And
send it
again,
to
I want to
everyone.
make sure to work more efficiently. Please make sure I put in the link for, again, Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, or Telegram. Make sure you're part of one of the Earthstock Festival groups. That's how we can
Yeah,
continue
it's 2-minute
networking.
groups. I'm just gonna stick to the WhatsApp and then anyone who wants to call me on these calls, like, it's too many platforms for me, but this is good enough for me. I'm a phone call away. I'm a Zoom call.
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
love these
So
calls and thank you for letting me be part of it. Thank you.
great. Thank you so much. Good to see you, Rory. So last piece of business I wanted to share at the end, but I want to make sure again, if anyone had any questions, thoughts, epiphanies over this time, I will say there's a lot of people working to help promote the event. This is a teamwork to make the dream work moment. Um, I'm willing to do the heavy lifting. I can give you the tools you need, the text, the messaging, the documents, but we are definitely still looking for presenters, vendors, and we are looking at potentially a few more advertisers and sponsors. And I had some really great calls today around that. So I'm going to stop babbling. And is there anyone else who would like to circle back around and share anything before we get to the top of the hour and probably about the end of the call?
Do you have the thing where you sent out the newsletter, like of your magazine? I'd love to see it.
Yeah, everybody, if you want the Regen World magazine, again, on the earthstockfestival.com website, just go to community and make sure you put your name in there. The magazine is coming out this weekend. It's 180 pages.
Did I make the cut though, Mike, or no?
What's that?
Did I make the cut with that flyer that you made for me?
Yeah, no, that's fine. It's in there.
Yeah, I wanted to show people your magazine so I can, yeah.
Absolutely. So if you're interested in our quarterly magazine, and we showcase different businesses and organizations, like people like EV World, people like Brian Figueroa from Green Tech, other people like AJ who does investor consulting. You'll find a lot of that along with information, stories, articles, traditional wisdom, regenerative agriculture, health and wellness. I mean, it's chock full of what we say full spectrum regenerative solutions. We're not just about solar panels and the environment. We're about health. We're about, again, spirituality, indigenous communities, helping to support marginalized communities, also about helping to make sure that women out and grandmothers, especially, always have a seat at the table. So is there